Hola amigos, bienvenido de nuevo, Cartel Tycoon. Hope you're having a great day today. We are gonna do some. I think we're gonna do some okay things today, but it might be a little bit risky. I'm kind of sick of Los Grandes. They're coming in here with their annoying 2 strength. I mean, we can fend it off, but like, you know, the terror keeps going up every time we do. I don't like it. Okay, so we're gonna do something about it, right? Casino event. I did choose to do the High Rollers event, so that's taking place. Our loyalty's going up a little bit. We can afford to bring down the terror if we need to. And DEA is about to get involved, so we'll see where they decide to land on this. A couple of things. Very good tips last video, by the way. Thank you for the really good tips. I love it. I love it when you guys have good tips. The good tip we got was people saw me struggling with like trying to figure out where the hell my dirty money is. And a couple of people said resource finder down here, which I haven't actually clicked yet. But I didn't realize that illegal money was going to be one of the resources you could find, because I've seen the button, but I never bothered to look at the fact that there's money in there. There is $32,000 of illegal money is on the map, and with this view, we can see exactly where it is. And so we can see now that the majority of the money does appear to there's a couple inside the aerodrome in here. These two are managed or maintained by illegal money, I believe. Should be. Well, they should be. Now that they're operational and doing things again, it should be getting maintained with dirty money. So there they are. And then we have the seaport, which is also being maintained with dirty money as well. Okay, just guys. The other thing is, I asked why were we getting problems at the pier with with terror and everything, and it's because we're sending a lot of goods through the pier, but it's all coffee, right? And that is creating suspicion. I didn't notice this button. So a couple of people pointed out the fact that we have this suspicious goods thing here. Selling coffee, you increase terror for 60 days. That's a thing. So very, very good. Very good. Glad to know it. We're going to change our crop then to vegetables over here so that we can maybe stop giving them things that increase their terror, yeah? Now, this seaport already has a ton of vegetables in it, so I don't need to buy any. So what I'm going to do is just move over here. And I'm going to go ahead and take the veggie tables that are here and drop them off in here. And so we can now have the cannabis, being hauled out of here with vegetables instead. That's probably a pretty good thing. All right, so we beat these guys. We held them off. We get our workshop back up and running. Hopefully that's good. And we're now getting very close, actually, to this dryer not being able to keep up. That has not been a case for quite a while. And now it is starting to become a case, right? So I have a couple of options here. I can either go get this, which is $12,000. I'd rather not do that. But if I can't access the drying rack, because research is still required, this thing only costs $2,000 to build my own. Again, I don't really need to get that. That's just a lot of money for a drying rack. But if I can unlock this and get my own, that's a different story. And you might remember that one of our promotions, it's this guy, he gives me access to Dryer 1, okay? I could promote him and get access to Dryer 1, or instead of paying him $170 every single day, I could go into my research, which I'm currently researching now, the expansion to our crop yields. So we're going to start getting even more crop outputs on cannabis. It's going to go from 19 to 21. So we're going to have even more cannabis coming out of those fields now. That's great. I can go over to drying racks somewhere around here. Here it is. Cost me $8,000. Another 2 to place it. So rather than unlocking the 1, I can spend the same amount of money really to research this and and get things that way. Now, if I get access to Drying Rack 1 through his promotion, I can build it, but I don't get the research for it. I don't believe that gives me this. So to proceed to make them better into Drying Rack 2s, etc., I'm gonna need to pay for this anyway. So I don't think promoting him is necessarily the best call there to do. I do think, however, that this research is what I'm going to do next. We're going to do Know Thy Neighbor, which is going to increase the radius on the residents, but that's not the real reason to go for this one. The real reason to go for this one is what happens next, which is this one. We get Deluxe Garage, we bust our track, or we boost the number of trucks from 1 to 2. That's a big deal too. We also have this new delivery route here. We can get additional connections with it, which is also pretty important. For the time being, though, one of the biggest reasons why the bank is always griping is because it doesn't have money constantly. It's because I'm kind of relying on this to do it. And while we do have a nifty little supply of $2,500 that is going to the bank, it does have to travel all the way over here first and then go all the way back over. Really inefficient. If it was the hotel, this would be done automatically, be very much more efficient. However, I can get more trucks for this building if I just move Capo over there. And I think now that this warehouse is level 2, and with this one being level 2 now, we have a sufficient amount of trucks to actually manage this. I don't need to add more trucks with him. So I'm actually going to move Capo to the residence where he kind of belongs. And he will provide the additional 2 trucks to the residence. And I'm hoping that that helps alleviate some of that problem. So these guys go back with their tails between their legs. Let's see what Paulina wants. There's a soft knocking on the office door. Paulina Hernandez steps inside slowly. All right. He says, Ratoncito, you have a face like a well-ridden donkey. What? What is wrong, my friend? Habla. Todo bien. Like, that's not what you say to a woman. Cesar, we talked about this, okay? Your friend over here. Okay, we were talking about flowers and stuff before. She's trying to soften you up, buddy. Okay, it's not how you talk to Paulina. Of course, she's my warmonger, right? So maybe she does have one. Maybe she does look like that. Morale is low amongst the lieutenants, senor. And you're zealous. What are you talking about? Business is good, but it leaves little time for enjoying the spoils of success. I thought that perhaps a feast in one of the cities would be an excellent way of inspiring them before their allegiance drops. A feast we shall have. So it begins the quest, work-life balance. Donate to special events in one city building with loyalty action in one of your cities. But have a feast in every city. So I probably should do this one. This is for the casino, right? I basically just do the casino event, and that takes care of this. Unfortunately, that's like the only one I can do. I probably will end up doing that. I don't know what the timer is on this, though. But I gotta imagine that the timer is, good enough to where I could do the event again if I need to. So I'm gonna say a feast we shall have. Help the morale here. That says Lo siento mi. My Spanish is terrible. I'm trying my best. Lo siento mi lugarteniente. I have worked you all so hard, but now you will see the richness in what you have helped me build. Gracias, capo. All right, so we need to do that event now too, it looks like. And a work-life balance, it looks like we have a limited time to do this. There is a timer on it, and it says basically 7 days. Of course. Cooldown on this event is 6 days. So I guess we can, I guess it'll be fine, yeah. 6 days left, and we have to do this charity event. Now, of course, I have to have enough legal money to do that, and that requires me to wash it. I wanted to also just real quickly talk about loans in the game, because quite a few people have been telling me to do loans, and I wanted to talk about loans because I'm choosing not to do them, and I'm choosing not to do them for my own reasons. I'm not judging. You can do them all you want, but there's a certain part that I don't fully really. I guess I want to just to simplify it. I don't really like how it works. That's the only way I can simplify this. I don't like how loans in this game work. And the reason why I don't like it is because I think it's a little imbalanced. Let me explain. If I was to go into here and ask for a favor, one of the things you can do is you can say, lend me money. She's going to then give me $30,000 of legal money, and I have to give her $35,000 of dirty money within 30 days. Now, right away, that means that this operation costs me $5,000. Okay, that's a loss. However, the reason why I think this is a little bit broken is because there's no upfront cost to you to do this. You get the money immediately, and there's no cost to you as the player. You have 30 days now to come up with an extra $5,000 in dirty money, which isn't that difficult to do on a monthly basis. You give it to her, And normally I would say, okay, that's fair, right? You paid a little bit of interest on that, an extra $5,000. That's pretty good. And normally I would say, fine, this is balanced. However, it also gives you loyalty. And I have a problem with that because I don't understand why taking a loan from this woman secretly through their government coffers would give me more loyalty from the people in my area, my republic, right? I don't see why that should give you loyalty. And it gives you a lot of loyalty. It actually is more powerful over time than doing it through this. This is more balanced in my opinion because this gives it to you immediately, so not over time, but it takes legal money to do it. If I had to pay her back in legal money for the loan, I would still say that's balanced. But because I have to pay her back in dirty money, I realize this is why people want me to do it. They're like, this is really good. You should do this. I know it's really good. I don't personally feel it is balanced to do it this way. And I don't like how they've implemented it by giving it a loyalty reward. This bar goes up when you pay that back. All I really have to do then to instantly wash my money, minus $5,000, is to take one of my lieutenants or two of my lieutenants, take a whole bunch of money into the city, borrow a bunch of money. It's instantly paid off. I get a bunch of loyalty, all the legal money I want immediately with no upfront cost and no timer. I don't believe that's a balanced approach. If it didn't have a loyalty reward, I would do it. But since it does, I'm trying to avoid doing it. That's my own personal decision, and I'm not judging you if that's how you want to play the game. But if you're wondering why I'm not taking it, that's how I feel about it. So I'm trying not to use it. That doesn't mean I won't use it in this playthrough. If it comes down to it, I will, but I would rather not do it. So there, I've said my case on that. We do have a couple of farms and stuff that are getting a little bit more overproduction than I'd like to see. Let me take a look really quick at the ratios of how we're doing things here, because I feel like this thing being overflowing and you waiting for cannabis is a real disconnect. And I'm pretty sure that everything about this is a logistics problem. We simply do not have enough trucks moving product, and that needs to get worked out. And really the only way to do it and work it out is, I think, just to get an extra warehouse. Unfortunately, this area is really kind of cramped, right? There's not a whole lot I can do about that. There's just not a lot of room. I don't think I could even make anything else right here. Maybe I could fit a workshop in here. Not a workshop, a warehouse. Maybe I could fit, where is it? Right here, warehouse. I think it's possible. It's like there's that red border that says you can't build here, and it's just crossing into it pretty much the entire time. And so there's nothing else I can build in this area, even if I rotate this. Maybe get it over here, but probably not. So I'd have to get rid of a field in order to really do that. What I'd ultimately like to do then is just to try to find a way to get additional trucks into warehouses so that we can operate it. But it might come down to just having to have some of my lieutenants moving products around every once in a while. That may just be how it works. And if that's the way it is, then so be it. So crop yield 2 is going to make the problem even worse. Okay. That makes the problem even worse, doesn't it? Yeah. So what I think I'm going to have to do here, first I'm going to go into residence. I'm going to go ahead and grab Know Thy Neighbor. And because I've got legal money at 5,000, I probably should stop spending it. I think that's probably another answer. I would like to actually put another residence, which I can't afford, but I'd love to put another residence right here. That way we could get this dirty money coming off the aerodrome, and instead of washing it, I could distribute it to all of these fields, and the residents could take care of that. But again, that's going to require a lot more trucks to deal with, and I don't have that many trucks. But this residence now has 3 trucks, thankfully. So we should start to hopefully see this become more functional, and therefore we should be getting legal money a lot faster, because if the bank is constantly running, that's a very good sign. Keep in mind, we don't want to take too much money out of this because it's managed with dirty money. And so you need 4 days. You see 4 days total. It needs 4 days of this amount of money to be in storage. And therefore they've left $2,800 in there because it's 4 days worth of upkeep cost. Okay, what else can I look at here? How's the general doing? Is he getting his opium? Okay, consumption rate is 5 a day, supposedly. We need to get it up to 40 a day in order to get military technology. So that's That's nice. That's really good. Okay. How are we doing on that then? I don't think we're doing very well. The opium, I can, I can take a second just to like pause it and look at some of these things to see what the ratios are. But because I haven't actually managed weighed that out yet. I haven't calculated it out. So like looking at the workshop, for example, I can see that you can handle 5 and 1 every 6 hours. Right? So 5 opium basically every 6 hours. So as long as we are producing 5 opium every 6 hours or just under 1 per hour on average, then it should be fine. So we have 6 coming out here every almost 3 days. So I would think that there's more than enough opium here to pop into this workshop. And what's probably happening is, no, we're not shipping it. Yeah, we're not. Man, I really need to ship this faster, don't I? But look at this illegal money coming out of the pier. I love it. I had another comment. It's crazy how comments work sometimes. I'll do something one way, and then you'll have people saying, you should do this because it's better. And then I'll go ahead and do that thing, and then I'll have comments from completely different people saying, dude, stop doing that. It's not good. And I just love the difference in opinion. This is why oftentimes I'll just do it my own way. So if you're wondering, if you're one of the couple of people that said this, the reason why I'm using packaged goods in these piers, I'm aware that you can send them straight up. I started this series, first 4 videos, by doing it that way. The reason why this is because there's a limited number of products that could be sent on these boats. And that number, I believe, is 15. And if you send 15, say, opium on this boat, you're going to sell it for 15 times 83. Okay, cool. But if you send it packaged, so in this case, there's 12 of the vegetable package with dried cannabis. Instead of that being 12 dried cannabis, which it would sell for 12 times 242, instead of that, we are now sending 36. Because you package more in there, you can send more in there. I always thought the ratio was 3 to 1, and in vegetables it is. However, it's bigger in coffee. You can send more in the coffee container. So back and forth, full circle we go. That's the reason why I'm doing it there. It's also a lot shorter drive to get here. I was sending this stuff over to the pier. I'm not anymore. It's just, not working out there. So it looks to me like this whole area just needs more dried cannabis, and we're like producing cannabis, but it's being sent to the dryers, and then it waits around, then it goes in here, and then it comes to here. There is, I guess, sufficient supply in here to send a full shipment later. So I would like to see coffee not going through anymore because it's suspicious, right? So we're trying not to do that. And this farm is currently drawing attention. So we may need, in this place now, we may need another dryer. We didn't need it before. We definitely do now. One thing I can do here is shut down this farm. That will reduce the production by a little bit. And it might allow things to equal out a little bit better, I think. We have 25 days until our next attack on our building. So that might allow us to give us a little bit of breathing room. And I can actually bring you out of the city. Because we have acceptance, because we have loyalty this high, we will not lose control of buildings if we leave them. And that's very good for me. So I can move that out of here. And then let me just check this really quick. We have vegetables, and there's 57 of them here. And then vegetables, there's 17 of them here. So I want to bring more vegetables into this workshop. So what we'll do is we'll purchase vegetables. And we don't have them in stock or what? I think you already have them here. So we're going to take these vegetables and bring them over here. This is still blockaded, but it's almost done. 20 hours. Almost done. You deliver cannabis. There's 251 of it. Deliver it here. And that should... having these 2 lieutenants running back and forth on this should allow this to do what it needs to do. Okay, bank. Almost done. Gonna have a whole bunch of legal money soon. Okay, what I want to do is I want to come over here to workshop 2 would be cool too. I want to come over here and add another truck to the residence. Allow it to move money even faster than it was before. Now, we just had a little bit of terror because of the coffee, but now we're shipping just the vegetables. and it's pretty much the entire load on the vegetables, which means I don't need to use your extra slot. So I can get you hauling things from somewhere else. I can maybe have you haul the money back, actually. You have $6,000 in cash here. I think maybe we'll take another $2,000 and bring it to the bank. There you go. Okay. Good. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take a second. I'm going to pause it, cut the video, whatever. I'm going to look at the ratios on all this stuff and figure out where, basically, if I'm off on anything, if I need to add like another more cannabis fields, or if I add no more drying racks or whatever it is that I need. Over here, probably I could benefit from a vegetable field. I've been asked that too. I thought I've explained that, but perhaps not. I can buy it from the locals and sell it at a profit already, but buying it from the locals gives me loyalty. And so instead of paying for the maintenance on a field, I'm buying it from the locals is what I was doing. However, in this case, because I'm looking at this workshop, there's a lot of opium in here and a good amount of coffee, which is good. We want that. But eventually we're going to run out of coffee and we'll need to start packaging it in something else. And that's where I think this workshop can come in. Because this has a lot of product just waiting to be done, we could do it faster with 2 workshops and then have this workshop be messing with vegetables. You'll also notice that because of research upgrades, the maintenance cost, the upkeep cost with dirty money is actually lower on the workshops now. So it is preferred that we maintain these with dirty money because it costs less. Most of these buildings, it's the exact same, but some of the buildings, like the workshops now, are lower. Same thing with the transport company. It is cheaper to manage this with dirty money, and we want to do that as much as we can because we can't wash it as fast as I'd like, and so this helps with that too. But in order to do that successfully, you need a mechanism to move trucks to all of these different facilities to keep the money going in them, and we do not have that we just don't have that available. Residences are very good at doing that once you get them to like level 2 and 3 with more trucks. We do not have enough trucks to do that. As you can see, I have Capo in here just to give it 3 trucks. Otherwise, it would be that 1 van. So there are lots of ideas I have in the future. There's lots of things I'd like to do. Many of your suggestions are things that I'm already planning to do, but it's just a matter of prioritization. It's just saying, you know what, that's great, but I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do this other thing first. That's all it is. Okay, let me let this run for a little bit and also take a look at the ratios here and figure out how much opium I'm producing and all that stuff. And I could probably see it in the economy, honestly, but I'll look through all this stuff too, and I will be right back. Okay, I think the casino is probably done now, so let me just take a look. Deluxe garage is done. That's great. Let's go ahead and execute this. That's going to go ahead and satisfy the work-life balance as well. And all of my lieutenants can be happy now. Yay. Okay, good. Now, the deluxe garage, as you know, or maybe you don't know, that's giving more trucks to the residents. So now I don't need Capo to be here, which is fantastic because I need Capo to be somewhere else. So we're going to say Capo is, I think I want to have him go back to this. Go back to this warehouse. I want you to go back to this warehouse. We're also going to upgrade some of these farms. So I've had a chance to look at it, and there's a lot of different varieties here. Farm 1, if it's outside of this guy's range, it's just a hair over 1 per day, which isn't great. If it's a regular Farm 1, but it's in his range, well, now it's almost 2 a day, or like 1.5 a day, which is pretty good. And then if it's a Farm 2 in his range, well, obviously we're significantly better there at like day and a half gives us 6. So, I mean, it's a lot. Point is, this thing here, it cannot handle the amount of opium that is coming at it. So we're going to need a second workshop. Now, I could ship it directly here. I could. We talked about this, though. Packaging it is just flat better in basically every single possible way. And the reason for that is because this has a limited amount of time duration. It takes time, and it will always take the exact same amount of time. So the more drugs you can pack per trip, the better. If you start shipping it with just raw materials here, you're going to have less money per interval here. It's just flat out the way it is. It's been tried and tested on screen for you. So we want to package this up and get it in here because these trips have limited availabilities and limited slots. We're getting 12,000 for here. If I ship this, we need to have more of this here because this isn't a lot of money. But if you were to ship, 10 opium or 10 of these packages, you're going to be shipping 3 times as many for that package. So that's why we're doing it in all of them. It's worth it. It's demonstrated. It's worth it. We're going to take and upgrade some of these farms, though, because I'm going to get this workshop built, too. And we're going to start packaging in vegetables, I think, because I think we're going to run out of coffee pretty quick. There's only one coffee in this workshop. Stop. One coffee in the workshop. So let's go ahead and buy coffee from the locals. Get a little, you know, a little satisfaction from that. You have a large cargo capacity. I'm going to have you do it. Let's have you move back to town really quick for me. You're going to take the coffee and you're going to bring all this wonderful coffee over to here. Then you are going to use vegetables. And I think instead of buying it from the locals here, which I can do, but it takes time to move things. So, like, yeah, we should probably buy some from the locals, but we don't have to. I actually should have bought with illegal money. I should be buying this with dirty money, and that's my fault. Those clicks are mistakes. But what I'd like to do here is also, because this is using vegetables too, like all this stuff is using vegetables, we're gonna have one farm right here, right next to these workshops, that has excellent soil quality for vegetables. And this farm is going to provide vegetables for this workflow constantly, so that we don't have to buy them from the locals over here. We can have this constantly working. So you're going to be packaged with vegetables, as you can see. All right, let's stop the delivery really quick. I want you to start delivering. You know what? I need both of you to deliver. Let's have both of you do it. What's going on, police? Oh, right. Yeah, this. Well, we're not shipping through coffee anymore. That was our last coffee shipment. So now we're getting it packaged with dried cannabis, and you can see that's gonna be $34,000. That'll be pretty nice. I think I want capo. I think I want you to change where you are. I think I want you back here at the residence to have more trucks. When this $34,000 comes, I'm going to want that moving. Like, I'm going to want you to really get that going. And we also have to potentially resupply this area. I guess I could have you do it, though. I'm going to get you in the... Yeah, let's actually get you here so we have that additional slot to ship with. Because you can see there's a lot more here. A lot more vegetables and stuff to ship here. So, should get that going. But I might move capo. We'll see. Deliver coffee. Let's have you deliver like 53. Yeah, more coffee here. And then you are going to deliver veggie tables. And you can deliver like 87 of them right there. That way, both of these can start moving. And we can really start getting them all packaged up. And it's going to be awesome. Okay? Okay. So once you have what you need, you can start producing. And I'm hoping that they start delivering the opium to you. There's the opium. Okay. So this single field is going to produce 15 vegetables in a day. That is a lot. That is more than I can handle. And so what I think I want to do... Ooh, that is more than I can handle for sure. Let's have the vegetables brought to... you bring them here? It's a really far trip. I don't really want to do that. Vegetables need to go somewhere. Maybe I can get them into this workshop. This warehouse, I mean. Yeah. We can say that this transport company will have this warehouse as a destination. Which has this stuff. I'd rather be this warehouse, I think. Yeah. This warehouse as a destination. And then what we want to do with this warehouse is we want to go ahead and in the cargo. We want to have the cargo for this be this, vegetables, and we'll turn these two on here too. And I think that's kind of it. We can also start packaging in other products. Things like chicken, for example. We can start packaging it in chicken containers as well. And that's going to help us move it even faster. But the one thing I do want turned on is opium, right? No, because we're sending the vegetables. Yeah, we don't want opium here. We want vegetables here. So That'll help us in moving vegetables into these areas. I think it's probably a good idea. Why don't we do it this way instead? This is probably a really good idea. We should put another warehouse here. And that way we can have more trucks in this area to manage all of these buildings. You can see if I do it like this, I get that other workshop in there. See? I can finally get that other workshop right there. That's a good thing. We should do that instead. So let me actually move to have that warehouse turned off, and we'll connect this one instead. And then what we'll do with this one is we're going to have vegetables delivered here. That way it can reach both of these. So I want none here. We're going to go this, not opium, and we'll do this. And then I want basically all of these containers can be valid. That's fine. But I'm looking for, well, we take the cannabis from the fields, we dry it, vegetables, put it in. So that's going to work. So by having these selected like this, it should prompt the transport company to send those goods over there. So if there are too many vegetables and we can't handle it because of this field, then those vegetables can go that way. It's probably a good idea. Maybe, I don't know. Capo's handling this with like giving us more trucks and stuff, which is pretty nice. There's almost money here. I think I need Capo to move over. Capo, can you go to the residence? Let's give more trucks to the residents. And then for residents here, we have the extra trucks here now. We could do a new delivery route, extra luggage space. I think I want another person on the terminal here too. I think our logistics could use a little bit of an overhaul here. Workshop capacity could be a good thing too, although production on it is more important, and that's where workshop 2 comes in. But it's quite expensive. Plantations, I don't know if I need them. Maybe it's time to get gravel roads. Possibly. More trucks for the transport company sounds like a great idea. And the river pier, having a quicker selling interval would be great too. We got options. We got options for how we spend our money, and I like it. I would also like to start picking a fight with these guys. I mean, the terror is coming down. We're damn near super close to having lieutenants getting extra power from this. Really, all I need to do, I think, to have that happen is we can actually upgrade this village. We get a one-time loyalty increase there. So that would prompt this to go to respect. We're already at respect, so that would prompt this to happen, which would be kind of cool. Wagner Kastrillan has been forced to stop moving. Oh, right, because he was delivering things. We'll bring you back here. So the general, I don't think I want you to have this stuff either. You really shouldn't have anything other than opium here. Like, opium should be the only thing you have, because your entire job is to send the general opium. That's it. So I don't want anything else in your cargo. So what I'll do is deliver the dried cannabis and get it over here so we can start processing it there. Sending that off for, it's only 2, because it's the only thing we had left with coffee. Now it's going to start, you can't mix the slots, unfortunately, which is a little bit weird, but I guess that's just the way it goes. So I can't put, like, in a slot 2 separate types of products to fill the plane. It makes sense. So now that that's done, once it starts handling the vegetables, then it will start, again, there's that fixed time period where it's going, and it's going to send more. Oh, hi. Yeah, vegetables. That's a problem. Yeah, I suspected this vegetable farm was going to be an issue unless I was having both of these use vegetables, and I don't want both of them to use vegetables. So I'm going to have to, like, maybe do that intermittently. I can't handle that. There's just too many vegetables coming out of that one single field. Let's take, I don't know, 12 of them, 15 of them, and we'll just bring them, I don't know, bring them over here. Just so it's not full. And we'll see how it goes. Somehow there is still not enough opium coming through here, which is really odd. Let's upgrade a couple more fields. There we go. And Capo is here, so we should have trucks, $2,500 a piece, all being moved through here. And there's quite a bit of money in here. So why don't we get you to take like this much and bring it directly to the bank. Okay, what do you want? What's up? All right, Capo Some Bastardo journalist has written a tell-all article about some of our most recent hostile takeovers. Dude, all I've been doing is playing defense, okay? Colby, defense. If we don't do something, we risk losing the loyalty of the people. We just need to hold off on capturing any buildings for a while, just until the news gets buried. Who knows? If we wait long enough, the public might even turn on the journalist as a liar, and we can come out with more respect than before. We'll give it 45 days. Do not capture any buildings for 45 days. I'm in. That's fine. I'm in. 45 days. Don't capture a building. I have no problem with that. I'm focusing on my own land anyway, so we're good. Hopefully that's enough time for politician and his aide to get caught with their pants down. Then the story will be ancient history. Good. So that's the new thing. Bad press. Do not capture any buildings. I'm assuming that means I'm allowed to defend myself. I hope that means I'm allowed to defend myself. Otherwise, I kind of screwed myself there, didn't I? I better be. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. And I would really like to get, I think anyway, I'd really like to get money brought. If I take this residence and I upgrade it with the research to where it can afford to have an extra destination, and I hook up that extra destination to this workshop, I wonder if this workshop will work to distribute dirty money to all of these facilities. I think that's how that works, right? Or is it the residence that does it directly? If that's the problem, then I need a residence in this area, which, meh. Then I can hopefully have deliveries to that residence, but maybe that's not how it works. I don't know. Let's take this stuff here and just put it in here. See, now this is too full. That's unfortunate too. Can I afford to increase the storage? 2,500 bucks. So now we might have a legal money problem. It'll be temporary. Yeah, it'll be temporary. This is almost done. And the bank is purring away like a wonderful little kitten. So now that we've upgraded farms so that they're more productive, though, this is going to start happening more and more. It's just because there's not enough trucks in this area. I still just cannot build another warehouse anywhere in here. I might have to just delete. Yeah, I might have to delete something in here just to get another warehouse in here for more trucks. Or I can just have Capo do it. I mean, he's done okay with the money transfer so far, so yeah, only 10,000 coming now. All right, let's move Capo to this warehouse to provide extra logistics. I need extra trucks to do that job. And then you should go into town to help me with loyalty. Have you do that, and then you have Peacemaker as well, and you're fine. If I make you a deal, what's it going to be? Sell 200 units of opium for 100 bucks. That's going to be piece of cake. That's going to be really cake, because we're doing a lot of opium anyway. We're selling a lot of it, so. I mean, look at it. Isn't this glorious? This River Pier 1. River Pier Tier 1 in one trip is bringing back $16,000. Do that in that period of time, that 3-day journey. Do that without packaging it in illegal goods. Good luck. You can't do it. Not possible. Yep. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. So we don't have that extra logistics anymore in this area, but I could just get another warehouse in. It's all the same products. But I think we're going to start purring even faster now. Extra luggage space is good too. So this has more room to fly. Now I just need that extra seat, basically. That extra bit there for Oh, that's got plenty of money in it. All right. I think I'm good for this video. All right. I think I'm good for this video. We got almost $100,000 in dirty money. I would very much like to start my upkeep being dirty money. So once we get the bank pop to get that, because we also have cheaper stuff, right? Did I talk about that already? I don't remember. The workshop is cheaper to maintain with dirty money. Not everything is like that, but there are some buildings that are like that. Now, because of research, they are cheaper to maintain with dirty money. I believe the transport company is the other one. Yep. So I think I would like to get a residence right here so that the money coming in here could then just be distributed to this stuff. And, you know, we could also look at building an extra building in here for laundering. And again, we were looking at doing the cathedral, but that requires legal cash to do it. So I have to have legal money. So once we get to like 80,000 or so, I think I'm going to drop a cathedral in here. And that'll be really great. All right. So I think that's it. I'm going to let this run for a little while. We're not going to take over any buildings. And that's going to give us hopefully respect. The terror is going down ever so slowly. Getting there. Yeah, getting there. And I'd like to go ahead and get respect and everything from people, but where is the coffee? Are you almost out of coffee? You're not doing coffee. We probably could do coffee there. I miss the days when we could do coffee out of this port. Actually, we need more vegetables here, don't we? I think so. Probably getting close. Anyway, I'll leave it here. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.